On the
Let
side
me
of,
get this part out.
next up, on the side of Naruto, the ninja world, the primary antagonist leading up to the fourth Shinobi War, the Akatsuki. Now, Vaughn,
Yes,
you want to
sir.
do the summary for the Akatsuki?
If I do that suck boy, what would I say about that concept? It's just a group of niggas, like some serious niggas. Let me let you know. It's a group of some serious
Hey, we can
niggas.
good, we good. And welcome back to yet another episode of favorite ignorant podcast. But listen, we got the BEY team with us tonight, and today's discussion is we're talking about some more anime. We like talking about anime, so that's why it's a lot of what y'all been seeing. But tonight specifically, we wanted to talk about a debate between two of the top three, former top three anime. It's your boy L. I got with me in the cut, Young School Delude,
Yeah.
Pollo Loco,
Go, everybody.
Crash Lion,
I'd go.
on the Dawn.
I like that. I like that setup right there, bro.
And I think that was on the fly. That was on the fly.
I
You
like, I
see?
like, I like that one. I like that one.
That was on the fly. I fucking. I think I can do that again next time. We can see.
Yeah, man.
And especially as tonight, no offense, y'all haven't seen him before. This young man, you may be seeing him more. We'll see. We'll see what the future brings.
He done, yeah. He done, yeah.
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 In the corner there, we got young KP.
You know,
So
Okay.
today's discussion, like I said, it's between two of the mainstream popular animes. It's Naruto and Bleach. Today we're focusing on the villains. We're focusing on those bad guys that we love, the bad guys that we hate, the bad guys that made the series move forward. In the Naruto corner, we have the villainous, the lovely, the noble, the genius
The
Akatsuki.
stinking,
The stinking
shiesty,
Akatsuki.
Yeah,
The
boy.
dirty, slimy Akatsuki.
scubby daddy.
I'd never see clouds look so menacing, but
Bro.
spite at the same time.
Bro.
Clouds.
Clouds. That's clouds.
Red
And
clouds.
then
That's why.
Rare clouds.
That's why.
Yeah.
Bleach corner, in the Bleach corner, we have insert here Arrancar. Now, it's from initially coming into this. I know more about the Akatsuki than I know about the Arrancars. DJ has more knowledge on the Arrancar, so we just go into how we gonna. Y'all want to explain how we gonna segment this? How we gonna a winner? How we going to regulate the rules?
I feel as though, let me see how I can put this from my perspective at least. These niggas, they don't play around. In other words, they ain't gonna stop till both parties more likely dead. So let's just say, for instance, if we match up Itachi to Ulquiorra, and Ulquiorra was to win. We just have him on standby until all of the fights are finished, and then I would say maybe a concise winner would probably be who's still left standing on each team, like who has the most people still alive. We can do it like that and then start to eliminate from there yet again. I don't know how you guys want to do that. But side note from that, before we figure that part out, I did tell Elle that, for instance, with Genjutsu, I believe that, the whole thing with Genjutsu. If you disrupt your chakra enough or whatever the case may be, you could get out of a Genjutsu. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in this
It's
case,
like a big burst of chakra. And if you have enough, it takes a significant amount. But it's possible to just brute force your way out of a Genjutsu.
Right. And seeing that the Espada are such a strong group, even though they don't possess chakra, I would like to say that they possess spiritual pressure / Ryatsu, whatever way you looking at it. And I feel as though that should be enough to get out of a genjutsu. Just want to put that out there right away because that could
I would
cause some
like
problems as we go along.
All
I
of
would
them?
like
You would
the
say all of them? Like not even even the weaker ones.
Maybe not all of them, but
Yeah.
I just saying like okay, if Ulquiorra
See,
and Itachi was to fight, I don't think Ulquiorra would get catching the genjutsu
Fair.
unless,
Fair.
for instance, like I told El earlier, it's the more subtle ones.
Circumstances.
It's the more subtle ones. Like for instance, as simple as Sasuke doing a genjutsu on Danzo, and the genjutsu wasn't nothing too fancy, which is the fact that he thought he had an extra eye. Like something like that is like it's small enough to work. If you get what I'm saying. Like it's not in your face like how a Tsukiyomi is. You know you on that cross and you know you get about to get fucked up. That's a whole different mode from doing something very subtle like that, where you probably don't even know you in a genjutsu, especially because these guys don't know about genjutsu to some extent, but at the same time, Aizen is technically their master, so they should know about like illusions and shit like that to some extent. So yeah,
So
it gets weird.
we're just making some one-to-one comparison so that we have things to measure equally on both
Right.
sides. So the one-to-one here
Right.
is chakra to spiritual pressure.
Right. I think that's fair. I don't know if y'all feel how y'all feel about that, but I think that's fair.
How is spiritual pressure used exactly?
see, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, it would make sense to me to judge it off like facing it being the same thing. Just in different worlds or in different anime, they just call it something else.
Right.
Like Ki in DBZ is basically
I'd say the
chakra.
exact same thing.
So
Right,
chakra
exactly.
in Bleach should basically be, it should be. I mean, spiritual pressure should be chakra, equal
So
to
I
it at
definitely
least.
agree.
So just my question with that to make sure is spiritual pressure utilized or is it just felt? Whereas ki is utilized,
Spiritual pressure itself.
chakra is utilized to
Spir-
make jutsu. Is spiritual pressure utilized for them?
No, spiritual power is used. It's Ryatsu is spiritual pressure. It's another word is Ryokyu or something like that. That's spiritual power.
Yeah. I got you.
That would be equivalent to chakra. Spiritual pressure is is um a
It's just like an
reaction
aura.
from
It's like an aura.
pretty much right, exactly.
So would
That's what it is.
power be a better comparison to chakra?
Yeah, spiritual power, yes.
DJ, you muted if you're talking.
Because
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Right. So I was saying that spiritual pressure can, and depending on your opponent, it can be used as a weapon. Like I could hold a person can
Yeah.
be held in place if they have too much spiritual power and uses the
if
spiritual
they
power
are
as pressure.
significantly weaker than you, though, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
mean, that's hold on some niggas, but they gotta be pretty. They gotta
That's
suck.
that's almost like hockey, conqueror's hockey.
Yeah.
It just like
Everything's rule.
if you're weak enough, if you're weak enough, it
Right, right.
that's it.
So
Right.
we'll take spiritual pressure out of the equation.
That's fair enough.
We'll use spiritual power, but not pressure, because then that wouldn't. I just feel like it wouldn't be
Okay.
fair.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
My question to the Naruto people: are we going to be using Taka? Because I didn't want to include Taka. It didn't make any sense to me.
No, I don't want to use Taka. No.
We ain't put
wouldn't
them
need
in.
that. We wouldn't
No
need that.
Orochimaru either. No Orochimaru either.
Why would
Right,
you use
right.
Well-
I say the same thing
He
though.
has to use Orochimaru. He was still a part of it, and he also.
But he was using them niggas, bro. So
He was a core member for a while.
he never did
Even
give two
though he
shits
was
about none of
even
them
though he
niggas.
was
So.
actively working for them, he was still technically working
He
with
didn't even
them.
have a tag team partner. I mean, I feel as though it's like.
I
Did he
telling
have a
you,
tag
bro,
team
dog
partner?
ain't even had a he ain't had no
He wasn't
partner.
there long. He wasn't there long. He was supposed to be partnered up, and it didn't
I mean, I
work
guess
out.
Orochi would be a good fit just to assist them to some extent because, guys, I'm already looking at the facts and I feel as though the Espada is going to win. We're going to definitely flesh this out a bit more as we go. But I'm not opposed to adding Orochi, but it makes the count off a bit.
We could put him. We could put him on assist.
I'm only counting 9 Espada.
Okay,
And-
so
I was only counting 9 Akatsuki.
okay.
And
Well,
and we
it's
can
9
use
to 9.
if we use
It's 9 to 9.
Nagato, if there's a Nagato fight, we can't use pain.
No, we could either use Pain or Nagato. If we use Pain, it'd have to be the 6 parts. Otherwise, we have to use Nagato just by itself. If we put in any of them in this, I feel that's the only way to make it fair.
Now,
We kind of
I'm
like
not
Nagato,
opposed.
huh?
I'm not opposed to using Nagato because I feel as though he's a very sensible man. So I think he would be like, okay, y'all niggas ain't gonna play around. I can't use these puppets. I can use my real self to fight y'all niggas. I feel that's how his approach would be in this kind of instance. Especially if I'm trying to think of someone that'll be rival him. I was thinking using Starrk, like I was saying before. I think Starrk is a good character to utilize against him
Okay,
in terms of
we're getting into the specifics. Here. We still need to list first before we talk about matchups.
okay, cool.
So we can list
All about.
off each person on each side, and then we could get into how we're gonna be.
I only wanted to say a character that's now just based on the fact that I wanted to make sense of why I think Nagato would be a better use than just using Pain.
He's way more
So-
useful than just Pain.
But if
Yeah.
we use the 6 of them, all
Yeah,
right.
healthy. Don't forget, we're referencing a healthy Nagato.
Yeah, Naruto and E Prime. Hey.
Nagato
No,
fought reincarnated. That was a healthy Nagato, and that nigga was scary.
That he basically beat Naruto one shot, bro.
That nigga was scary.
They got Naruto and B in the headlock.
Like
Mm,
I didn't see overwhelming power like that since
Hey.
Kimimaru against Lee, when it was just a
Okay.
completely one-sided fight.
Also, this goes without saying, if you use an Obito, you can't use Toby.
I would want to use Toby.
that does go without saying.
That does go without saying.
Well, we glad that you let it out there. Not a
Yeah, we
disgrace.
should put it out there. Let me make sure that
Like
it
out in the ether.
Yeah, glad it was you and not me.
Any other ground rules we got to go before this discussion?
I don't have any other.
No Aizen, no Madara.
No, none of them.
No. KP, you got anything to add to that, bro? You good?
Nah, I good.
All right.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so let's get this thing started. We're going to go down the list. You got the honors. Who do we got in the Arrancar's corner?
We don't give like a general before you. Sorry to cut you off, but we don't give like a general, like a summary of what the Espada or the Arrancar wanted to do. Like why they formed the group in the first place. Like what was the point?
Oh, it wasn't them forming the group. There was one
Yeah,
man
not
forming
at
the
all.
group
Right.
for a sole purpose.
Okay.
The plot of Bleach. Look. The plot of
You trying to bite
Bleach,
my head off? This for the audience. I trying.
bro. The plot of Bleach. This is what I'm saying. The plot of Bleach is Aizen is smart. Ichigo is everything. That's the whole show. I summarized the whole show for you.
Anyway, let DJ finish.
But the Sparta was basically Aizen's way of counteracting the Soul Society. He made a hollow Shinigami. He gave a bunch of hollows some extra powers, threw them couple Zampactos, and his mission was to take over both the human world and the Soul Society, so he could reign king and eventually take out God himself. That was the plan.
They always gotta get God in this way. But anyway.
Sorry.
Like I feel like anytime anime character gets like a sufficient level,
Nobody said it.
they gotta come to God anyway.
Yeah, but they're
Gotta go
about
back to the source, man.
That's how they get lost in the sauce.
See that? Just like that.
there are 9 Espada. Honorable mentions would be the fact that they put in people like that they stole from the Soul Society, like the captain, Jin, and the blind man. We all know.
I can't remember his name either. I'm surprised you don't know his name.
Espada group? I thought it was 10.
Well, I am not counting the fact that they have number 3 twice. I'm
Hey,
also
Nelly,
not.
what's her name?
Hold up, man. I looking at I put my
I'm
notes
not.
right now.
They had one number 3 who got lost, and they replaced that number 3,
Huh?
and
And
then
Nelly,
they
Nelly,
had
on that side, any which ways. I mean, you could keep
no.
her
So I
out,
didn't
just keep her out
didn't read
anyway. Yeah,
didn't rate her,
Good point.
and then
right.
technically, we'll get to why there's 9 instead of being 10.
Fair
That's a
enough.
part. That's part of going down the list.
So what we doing now? We just listing the names of them right now. I can't pronounce them, bro. I might as well brief you. Just you do the honor.
So the greatest part about this particular arc in Bleach is it was completely Spanish themed. So I feel like I should just allow L
Oh
to
Lord.
pronounce these words.
Okay. Wow. Wow. He really stuck
Well,
you there, bro.
keep in mind, if we butcher some of the pronunciation, it's because of not knowing.
Yeah, but
Let's just put that out
You
there.
can make El a meme.
A lot of these ain't words, but a lot of these really ain't words. Like this, what is my name? Why didn't you watch the show and see how they pronounce it?
God.
there you go.
That's
I sent some.
What
Let
is
me
this?
see. I wonder right now.
I sent that.
Wait,
Those
you
are.
know,
I
Oh
want him
Lord.
I want him to pronounce them. I can
wait,
pronounce.
the fifth one always get me, bro. I don't know what to do with that one.
His name is Arruruerie.
I can.
Yeah, Arruruerie.
Wow.
Should we just go give him like sort of nicknames, like just for
No,
based off their
not
knowledge?
right now.
The first one is
Mm-hmm.
the first one is Ricky. We could go with Ricky for that.
You start from
What
9.
is that?
9. Start from 9. Go up.
Okay, 9 is Aaroniero, aka Ricky. 8 is what? Szayel Aporro Grants.
please put this in a text someplace on the screen.
Please.
Yeah,
We gotta put images.
Yeah, but
Images gotta go up after
put some
this.
text so they can see what I'm looking at and see why
Right,
it's so
right.
hard.
Be-
Okay, 7 is Zommari. 6 is Grimmjow Jaga Jaw.
Nigga, say
You like that one? You like that one?
That's the boy. You see,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
one.
one I know.
I like
Skip
that one
6.
too. That
Skip
fit-
6.
know.
I like that one too.
Skip
That fit well
6.
under the tongue.
Hey, ain't no twirly powers there. He just
Right.
come in and
Oh wow.
number
Skip
6.
6. Skip 6. Go to 5.
Skip 6, go to 5. Number 5, Nnoitra Gilga. Number 4.
He's a clown, boy. He's a clown, boy. Anyway, everything cool. He's a clown.
Number 4, Ulquiorra Cypher. Let me
That's his last name. Damn.
Say dub.
Number 2, Baraggan Bayern.
Wow.
Number 1, Coyote Starrk and Lynette Gingerbuck.
She from Texas or something like she different now.
And number 0, Yammy Yargo. And that's
That's what that is. Oh, okay.
that's everyone from the Arrancar side. Next up on the side of,
get this part out.
next up on the side of Naruto, the ninja world, the primary antagonist leading up to the fourth Shinobi War, the Akatsuki. Now, Vaughn, you want to do the summary for the Akatsuki?
If I do this, boy, what would I say about that Akatsuki? It's just a group of niggas, like some serious niggas. Let me let you know. It's a group of some serious
Hey,
niggas.
we could be the Akatsuki man.
Fuck, hold on. Wait.
Okay, so
What is
I got it. Don't worry.
this could say we might be the
Don't even worry about
Akatsuki?
it. Don't even stress. Don't even stress. So, Akatsuki was a group started by some orphans who were raised by one of the legendary Sanin, Jiraiya.
Oh,
One of
thank
the
you
world's
very
best.
much.
You forget
So
about the body.
the group, the group was initially started by orphans because they were orphaned because they lived in a war-torn area. When they learned from Jiraiya how to use chakra and how to like fight and defend themselves, they fought for peace. So they would break up fights and try to create peace in their land. Now, in the process of that happening, their leader killed by a nigga who they was trying to help, and that triggered one of the three founders of the group, who happened to have what's called the Rinnegan, legendary eyes. Madara and Obito were after. So they took themselves to plant that seed early on before the original leader died. The original leader died, and then they whispered in his ear like, boy, niggas ain't gonna listen to you until you fuck them up, you know. And then niggas decided, you know what, you right, and they started the rest of the Akatsuki. That's really the plot. That's actually how it happened. The nigga said, wait, no one on your run unless you could fuck. Show these niggas you could fuck all of them up, and we got peace. The
They
Akatsuki.
could go from that. They could go from peace to no pain.
So yeah, now that's the good summary. What we got for the lineup?
All right.
Who's gonna be doing that? Okay, Dad got that. Great.
The lineup.
I
Oh
guess
shit.
I like the
Okay,
niggas.
we can
I
do
got
the
it.
poll.
I got it.
A group of niggas. We's the Akatsuki guys.
Lord. We have
Hey, yeah, right.
Niggas. And the thing is, he thought
We've
about
been the
that.
Akatsuki all along.
No way, like he thought about it before he said that. That's what it is.
What's so funny
Like I
was
say-
Wait, oh shit, what I supposed to say? We was a group of niggas.
It's basically a group of niggas.
So
I
that
ain't
being
gonna lie, right? My brain.
All right, let's go in quote
My
unquote
brain is
weakest to strongest order. Hey, nah, I feel like they ain't a bad thing to do.
see, now you want them in order. I given them, and we yeah.
You know what,
So
Orlando?
because weakest to strongest is slightly debatable too. Weakest to
Thing.
strongest until you get to the strongest, then it's clear. But below that, it's kind of debatable. It is kind of debatable.
This
The
man
top
looking
three
at you with Deidara and fucking Sasori.
Anyway, I'm not the Espada, I'm not the Akatsuki man today. If y'all
with the top three is, but the rest of them kind of debatable. But here's them with no specific order, and let me know if not including these members. I'm going with the members who are all present and alive throughout the Shippuden era, not the early era, so Shippuden era. So we have Deidara, the explosive nigga. We have Hidan, the righteous heathen. We have Itachi Uchiha.
I like that.
We have Kakuzu. We have Kisame. Konan is 6. Nagato is 7. Sasori is 8. And in the 9th spot, we got Obito. We're not going to count Zetsu.
No,
Why
definitely not.
That's who ain't with shit.
What Naruto call him? Spiky hollow guy. We ain't trying to put spiky hollow guy in there. Yeah, that run.
Spiky
So,
hollow guy. Goodness.
Yeah, boy.
those are the Akatsuki corner. Now, that being said, let's take a look at what matchups we have for these people. Because as we said before, just saying a free-for-all fight, that's way too to actually be able to rationally figure out who would win. So we're going to break them down into 1v1s, see who's left standing at the end, and then continue on from there to have a final decision. All right, I'm gonna run down these matchups again. We have Konan and Szayel Aporro. We have Deidara and Arruruerie. Kisame and Yammy. Sasori and
Uh,
Zommari.
yeah.
Kakuzu and Grimmjow. Hidan and Nnoitra. Obito and Baraggan. Nagato and Starrk. Itachi and Ulquiorra.
Yeah, I think that's the best lineup we could possibly get out of all of this.
Yeah,
Just
I
based
like that
on my
last one
information.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take it backwards. Since we already talked about Itachi, or we hyped that one up, I kind of want that last because Itachi's my favorite from the
I feel
Akatsuki.
you.
So let's go Konan and Szayel Aporro. So what do we got? How is this fight? How is this starting and how is it ending? Now, Konan, I'm gonna be honest with you, she is of the Akatsuki list, while she is higher in power than some of them, she's the least impressive of the group, in my opinion. She turns herself into paper. She can make like a paper storm. She can turn all of the thousands of papers into explosive tags. She can make like fucking origami weapons that like a paper spear that's sharp as shit, and she throw it at you. She could fly, which it happened. She could fly. I guess she was making herself light as paper. That's probably what the shonen would explain it as.
I never even understood that. Wow.
She
Thank you
can
very
give
much
you.
for that.
She can give you paper cuts.
A lot of paper cuts, like thousands of paper in 1 second. But in all seriousness,
Deadly paper cuts.
she's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's okay.
Where the
So how
papers
does
come
this?
from?
I think her actual body is made of paper, which is so weird. Like, does she transform her body using like a? I guess it's a Keke Genkai she has. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I
That-
don't.
I
gotta
don't
be.
I don't even think because they never really explained it. They
No,
just
they didn't.
accept it as a power. So we didn't
Right.
have any explanation like this is a Keke Genkai, which is a bloodline trait, something that only a specific clan could do. They just
That make the
showed
most
it
sense
as
to me.
her
I'm
technique.
assuming. 'Cause I don't
Her
see
technique.
because you ain't just picking up no paper release like that. That had to be something.
Paper release.
What release
Yeah.
would that even be?
But that's what I'm
Paper,
saying.
bro. That's the only thing it could be. Paper release.
Her
Because like
I
daddy
guess
was
if you
above.
look at they had six.
If you jump in, it could be a form of wood release then.
Yeah, but yeah, daddy was above.
It could be wood release.
Yeah, watch him borrowing and say. Anyway, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it. But
Yeah, be making
yeah,
sense. I'll bring that
yeah.
up.
So okay, so how does this guy power work there? Like, you have to touch you first. Does he have automatic grain over your body? Like, how does that work? Because honestly, if you have to touch her first, or even if he gets her, I feel as though she's straight because she's made out of paper.
It-
She can make her organs paper.
Well, he can. It doesn't matter how he can catch you. Like if he manages to get your whole body, he doesn't really have to touch you. The touching part only works that if you kill him. If you kill him, then he will spawn or just eat you from the inside out and become anew. The word that they used was impregnate. I didn't feel like using it, but here we are using it, right?
That's a
He
lot.
creates he creates a cocoon basically within your body, sucks all the nutrients, all your power, and then
All of that?
bursts out
I
and
wasn't watching Bleach with Zen. Sorry.
How long
And-
does it take for it to fully mature into a fully impregnated new person?
minutes.
Minutes. So he puts himself in you, and in minutes he can completely take over your body.
Straight up.
And are you
So,
aware of the process
only-
happening?
Hmm?
Are you
No,
aware?
you're
of the
not.
process happening?
You're not aware that it's happening until it's time.
It's time. But from what I remember from this fight is like he only could like break. Is it like he could break an organ at a time? I remember when he's fighting the captain.
It's not at a time. He breaks one at a time because he would like to cause suffering for you. But if he wanted to, he can put all of the dummy organs and crush them at the same time.
But essentially, Conan, I've never really seen her just walk around. Like if she go into battle, this gal already paper up. I just saying.
I'm sure there's at some point where she has to become a whole, eh? And he only have to catch you once. But granted, hold on. This is not me trying to be biased. The man also is not the greatest. Does not have the greatest fighting prowess. Right?
No taijutsu.
He's not that great of a fighter. His main thing is what I forgot the shitty part about this. He also creates clones, guys.
So Kage Bushin no Jutsu.
He creates not of himself.
What?
He creates clones of his opponent, and he can create numerous of them that have their abilities, but they do not.
Are they sturdy?
They're not sturdy as their original, but they have all the abilities, and they don't think for themselves. They're not self-aware. They're all under his control.
I'm just gonna save you some time because it sounds like Conan's still gonna win. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just based on the fact like it's not like they just randomly just jumping up. She knows the battle going on, and she's staying at the paper.
Is he fast?
I don't think
he's not the fastest.
No, this nigga sound like a walking L.
So this
he's basically
at a distance. She don't like to get close to you.
She is a distance fighter, and on top of that, she not just space, but she gets height. Like she stays above you, so you can't surprise her.
Oh, everybody in the spot can fly.
Okay. So flying, he should be able to get up there.
Like, can he keep up with her? Can he?
But
they all should have an equivalent to flash down.
Okay,
that's a requirement.
So they should be. He should
be able to keep up.
If he's on the slower side, they should be relatively around the same speed. Now, since he can fly,
so if he touch her, what's stopping him from shedding off that piece of her as like just a piece of paper?
That's what I'm saying. Bang, because
he wouldn't
be aware of this power though. Is the thing because she's been touched. Now she isn't often touched. She can be touched. Like she makes herself whole at certain points throughout the fight. Now fighting primarily landlocked people. So she wasn't used to people like rushing up to meet her. Like when she was fighting Jiraiya, for instance, before Pain jumped there. When she was fighting Jiraiya, she kept a good distance. She did like the paper waterfall shit. And she did like the explosive spear and the explosive tags inside the waterfall. So she's a range fighter for sure. When it comes to hand, she's decent, she's capable, but she's not great.
Let's say
she's capable because in the early days of the Akatsuki, they was actually fighting with niggas, but she's the best hand-to-hand fighter.
Let's say she how long would it take before she runs out of chakra? Like how long can she sustain a fight in this form?
If she is actively engaged, going all out, I would give Conan a good, I'd say, because these fights, even though the episodes be long, the fights be actually really short. I'd give Conan a good 5 to 10 minutes.
That's fair enough. I could live with that.
Okay, so Akatsuki members are there for just a straight up, I will kill you and I'll make it the most, I'm trying to make it as swift as possible.
All Akatsuki missions are quick spec ops. Infiltrate, grab, get out. They never intend to stay anywhere long.
No. The Espada, on the other hand, they like to show off, haha, I'm crushing your organ one by one, you piece of shit. And eventually he gonna end up gloating too much to the point that Conan is just gonna be like, nigga, you have to die now. This is you. Just get out of my way.
Because she
So
she's smart too, so she can be like, "Oh, okay, I see what you just did." Cool.
Conan will not be put in a position where her entire body will be captured, and that's what he needs in order to get the organs and the dummy doll out there.
So he has to. I thought he just had to touch the body.
The touch is for the touch is for reincarnation to be reborn. But as for the organs and whatnot, you have to catch you whole.
Oh
That ain't
yeah, that's
happening.
not happening.
That's not happening.
So can we square off the fact that Conan is gonna win this fight, or we need to flesh this out some more?
No. Conan win this fight.
I think Conan win.
I think
Conan
so
win.
too. So we could get at the hell.
Even
That's
if he
one
was
for the
able to make a
Akatsuki.
clone, it wouldn't make no sense.
Right. Especially the
Okay.
big bombs and shit she got going on. So we can give Conan that one.
Yeah,
Are draws going to be allowed in this?
It should be.
I think so.
I doubt there's gonna be one, but it should be.
I doubt it too. But this is curious though, just to know my
If it comes to that, yeah, but I don't see it happening.
Okay. Yeah, these niggas really concise with their killing, so.
All right.
Last breath.
Next up, we got Deidara versus Arruruerie.
This is another one. All right, so Aaron is ranked 9th in the list of Espada. If you want to summarize what his power is, think Boo, think Kirby. He can absorb anything, everybody he can think of, like anybody he finds, he absorbs them. He has their powers, he has their memories, whatever the case may be. He has it, but he can only use one person at a time.
Okay.
His two biggest weaknesses are the fact that if sunlight hits him, then the abilities, his copy is finished. He'll stop. It's negated. One shot.
That's a dope matchup you have real quick with Deidara.
So
actually pretty dope.
He can be outside during the day. He just can't have direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Kind of cute, man.
Well, see, and then the funny part is during his fight in the show, they made a special room just for him to fight in, where it was completely pitch black. Just like, no sunlight in this bitch, no
Did
windows.
Someone burst a hole through it and the sun came through.
Yes, and that's how they figured it out.
He dodged it. He fucking
How do I
dodged
know
it.
that? How do I know that? It's almost like anyone could write it.
And also his second weakness is the fact that if he is no longer in that in a copy state, his head is his weakness. Like his head is a glass jar.
No, that's that light bulb, nigga.
It's a glass jar. His letters are
I know you mean it.
with two little balls, two little mini heads inside the jar, and that's him. If you break the jar and the two orbs drop out, then
so it's safe to say that a bomb man could break this jar.
Not all depends on what ability he decides to shoot out. Man, who has he absorbed? And in the show, he absorbed his main thing was he had some X.
So not to cut you off, I just want to get a better understanding of this. When he absorbs a person, he just has that in the tuck for whenever he wants to use.
Mm-hmm.
So once he absorbs you once, you just add it to the fucking collection.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how the nigga work.
So how long can he maintain one of these transformations?
They never specified how long he could hold it. He just.
So, question: What all did he have at that time? Because we have to see if we could use some of those. What all did he have at that time?
That's the problem. He only used one. He only showcased one person just so he can mess with the person he was fighting at the time, which was Rukia. If anybody wants to know, Rukia was against him. He picked Rukia's ex-lieutenant, and he just stayed there to mess with her head the entire time.
So say the world.
Yeah, so he was
Okay, then.
the one thing that I know he has is a Soul Reaper who possesses a Zanpakuto that can turn into a trident and control water.
What? That's so weird. Anyway, hold on, pause. Watch this, right? So basically, in Bleach, niggas pull up on their turf and they was fighting them. So he had this special room, and you're saying that if he has sunlight, he can. If he has direct sunlight, he can't use that move, or he can't copy anything. Correct.
No, he would just be
So
plain and simple.
right now, it seems as though it depends on the battlefield. Because more likely these niggas are out in the open, are they not?
Yeah,
Mm.
It don't even.
Data definitely could be
Data is a fucking terrorist. He blows everything up.
That's what I'm saying. So
the
if
fight
he's
is gonna
fighting,
be
Like even
no matter
the fight
where
is
he
gonna be
starts,
outside. No
right,
matter where it's at, the fight could be outside.
it can eventually be outside, even if he gets a special room.
right. All he has
So-
shots.
I mean,
So
I told you his abilities, but done. In all honesty, the fight ends with Deidara win. He can.
Yeah, that's
so
exactly.
hold on. Like in his space, for like his actual form, like, he ain't copying nobody. How capable he is in that form?
Well,
Yes,
every Espada is able to shoot out the Cero, which is a beam. He can shoot that if he feels like he can use the flash step.
Okay. So you think in his space form he gets put up a good fight against Data?
Not for long. He wouldn't be able to hold out. If Deidara has enough time and he mod enough, Deidara could just keep on throwing explosives at him and there wouldn't be anything.
And
Now,
Data could just self-destruct. I'm pretty sure that they could just straight up self-destruct.
Yeah, but that gives us a draw. We don't want to rush
no,
straight.
that's the last resort. He don't even have to use that.
Yeah.
Because don't forget his megaton fucking.
Yeah,
I think
but
like a dragon or something like that. A dragon bomb.
Yeah, you have a whole dragon with his puke
C2
more bomb.
bombs. Yeah,
Nigga got bombs so small you just inhale it and don't know.
Yeah, boy, he has, well, they don't leave a glass head though, so that really count, I guess, for this one. But at the same time, he got a lot of shit going on. He got a lot of shit going on. So I could safely say Deidara win that.
That one go to Data.
I like the
My boy get
matchup.
washed.
I like the matchup. I like how you all tied it in together because I didn't think about these characters and like they had see it as matchups. They're pretty good.
Right.
So as Puffy.
Next up, we got Kisame versus Yammy.
Boy.
Well, I mean, niggas. Well, y'all know Kisame is what do you call it? Tailless tail beast.
Tailless tail beast.
That nigga really shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I did not expect
Real
that after all
talk,
that
baby.
time, bro.
With the physical capabilities of a fucking tailed beast, which is like one of the strongest beings in the world. So Kisame is, by definition, one of the strongest people in their world. This nigga fought Guy. Now, Guy didn't go all out, but the fact that he took Guy to that level.
He almost killed this nigga.
How far he made it? Guy made it to what? 6 gates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight Kisame.
Yeah, but he's 6.
And
You gotta remember too, because he have the reserves. His chakra reserves rival tail beast reserves too, bro. So he ain't just got the power, he got the ammo too.
He got the Samyada sword as well.
With the sword that sucked.
Yeah, Samyada as well.
It is 8 chakra.
Right. So he essentially
and only him can wield it. You can't even take this nigga sword from him.
Technically, Guy.
Yeah.
How strong the nigga was.
Yeah, you're right.
Or if he like your pressure or your whatever it is in this case.
Yeah, chakra.
He did like B, and he's able to take that from him.
Yeah.
So
so the equivalent, I guess, would be he would to eat Yammy's spiritual force.
Spiritual power.
Spiritual. What's the right name for it? Ryu. What it is? Ryu. Whatever.
Whatever.
I remember what
say the word
chakra.
Like, just say the English.
Yeah.
Right, like chakra.
Okay.
So,
so homie,
able to eat that. He's pretty fucking strong. He got some wicked moves.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, KB, you quiet, man. You yawning. You good? It's by zero right out.
Yeah, but
You could throw that and put in there too, man. We want to have you tonight too. I
Would
mean, to
I
put
Yami?
you on
really
the
know
spot.
about the coffee.
Yep. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I really only know about the coffee. I
Oh
forget
wow.
that. Yeah,
We let that ride,
so
and
I
that's
learned.
fine.
I learned.
Alright. So Yami is one of them people. He's one of his main abilities is that he can eat or not really eat, but suck. Pause beforehand, everybody. But he can suck souls, eh? Um.
You're also
This is your
immature.
show, right? This is
Also immature, but
What's wrong with you, mate?
y'all gotta grow up.
You thought about that before. You still say it, bro.
Yeah, man.
He can inhale
you gotta say
souls.
it. You gotta say it. Just right. Just right.
um. He doesn't. If you move too fast, he can catch you because he's really big. But the more he's like the Hulk, he's like Broly. The more you anger him, the stronger that he's going to get. Now he's gonna get to a point that when you make him so strong, he's gonna change forms and he's gonna end up looking like this weird centipede-looking thing. The centipede is rare. His centipede is bigger than the nine-tailed fox, straight up.
Okay.
It that
That's not a
big?
run out.
It that big.
That's not a run out at all.
Yeah. I'm on you so specific. I like that.
Um,
You measure him.
So
And he gets slower the bigger he becomes.
he
You
gets.
measure me, Dev.
You'll leave that right there. Leave it.
so what are
Look,
the what are the chances of him being hit by Kisame before he gets to that point? Do you think in its base form, like where they both start? Because Kisame starts at pretty much like 80%. Like that nigga does not having
He ain't
long
got down to
fights.
play. He ain't got down
No.
to
He
play.
doesn't count on having
No,
long
bro.
fights. So the lowest you get Kisame is 80%.
endurance wise, Kasami's not gonna last. I can tell you straight up. If Kasami starts off at 80% and going at this nigga as hard as he can, even at the brink of death, that nigga will go and change forms. If he changed forms, he will then heal all of his wounds and be back at full strength, but with more strength than the previous.
Yeah, I figured that
Right.
happened, to be honest. Now that I thought about it.
Kisame transform into though.
And if Kasami even puts enough down, if Kasami gets hit, he's gonna that's crit hit. That's a critical hit right there.
One hit.
That's a critical hit, and
We
you gotta
talking. We
have
talking. We
you
talking.
also have to avoid the equivalent to a tail beast bomb, right? Because that's what he does in that second form, and that first transformation.
Kisame can match that.
What are you matching it with?
If not, stop it. A super shark water bomb jutsu, my lord.
Look at their face. It's like that?
What?
You draw the shark. The shark itself is eat chakra. In this case, it would be his spiritual power. It is eat the attack, and it's the attack that is eat is make it stronger.
You,
What are you saying with
that's the
that, bro?
shark bomb. The shark bomb,
Yeah,
or you
right.
talking about his sword?
No, the shark bomb, right?
I don't remember the shark bomb eating chakra. I remember the sword eating
I know
chakra.
the
Correct
sword
me.
do eat chakra. The sword do eat chakra, yes, but the jutsu too.
I didn't know the jutsu did that. If
I
that's the
never
case,
remember
that's
the
fucking
jutsu
dope.
eating.
That is dope if that's the case.
The tail beast
I
I'm
remember
bombs.
he used to
I'm pretty sure that the shark is eat the jutsu, bro. I mean the chakra.
Oh, I think so too, because no, it does, because he made a statement. He said when he talking to Gan, he was like, "I surprised that didn't work," and he was like, "Because I hit you with a regular punch or whatever it was. It was Tai jutsu. He thought it was an actual jutsu. He thought he was gonna win that
Right.
clash. That's exactly what it does, and that's why the guy was like,
If you
"Nah, bro, this
if
is
you
regular hit. This is regular
if you
punches."
hit it, if you shoot a chakra based attack at it, it get eat it, they get absorb it.
How
Right,
Don't
long?
right.
ask me how, brothers. Hmm?
How long can Kisame last at that in a fight? When we talk about chakra wise.
Well, if he got a fuck, if he utilized that absorbing of the chakra, I
Because
know at times that's you
it's
say
not
you was thinking how
homie
long he
is
can last against your boy.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember that he's gonna keep on getting as he gets more angry. He's gonna get stronger. He might get slower, but that means you have to deal with the fact that he's also extremely durable.
Yeah,
I still
I feel
feel
like
as though
Kisame. I say Kisame. I feel like
Kisame.
I keep popping on my head. I said, why you keep saying this? But anyway, I feel like Kisame can run out of chakra though. I feel like
yeah,
Before he land a killing
And
blow. It.
yeah, I think
yeah, I
Yami
think
got
so
way
too.
too many because Yami got like two, three, four transformations, right?
he has in total two transformations. Every transformation will cause him to heal, and then he back.
And
Right,
he has a
and
really good base form already too.
Mhm.
right, that is true. I feel like
Essentially, if Kisame doesn't one shot him, it's a lost fight.
Straight up.
yeah, the longer the fight lasts, the
Mm.
worse the odds.
Okay.
I'm about to slide off.
Uh,
I gotta get to the gym at 5 in the morning. So I gotta go to sleep.
I
All right,
got
All right, bro.
yeah,
Alright,
bro.
B.
you.
Yeah, bro, take it easy,
Take
Dutch.
care.
Anytime, man.
True, man. Peace.
Um, but yeah, the longer he stays there, the harder it's gonna be. That nigga is a straight up brute. It took 6 people just to take him down.
Okay, so Kasami Holael.
I could
Sounds like
comfortably say yeah to that too. I've actually seen Yami in action and I get exactly where Dev is coming from. It'd be a dope fight, but that healing factor, I forgot about that. So I I could definitely see that.
okay.
So
So that
yeah,
one goes to Yami.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So
One of
Espada
the
got something on the board.
Next up, we got Sasori versus Zommari.
Now
Um, let me tell you how this was a poor matchup, and I'm sorry I didn't hear this. Right? How many different puppets does Sasori possess?
Thousands.
A
Thousands.
fucking lot.
yeah,
That-
Thousands.
Yeah,
a
Alright.
lot.
he got a lot. And the puppets, they most of them is niggas he kill and remake their body into puppets.
He's a sick
Actual
nigga, boy.
Yeah, he
thousands.
is.
He's a sicko.
Everybody was a new weapon.
Yeah, bro. Nigga made himself a puppet. He said, I'm excluding
Real
myself
talk.
from this, bro. This was going on. This is what I busy doing.
And that
And
puppet
he's
that he made was fucking effective.
Yeah.
okay. So Zommari is
This the eye
it,
blinking nigga.
yes, the eye
Uh
nigga way.
I can't remember his power work though. Refresh me.
I
Alright,
Pause.
see
so
Pause.
you.
at base form he has the ability to look at you and send basically a tattoo at whatever he looks at, and whatever that tattoo hits he can control. So if you look at your leg, he got control of your leg one shot. Now
Mm.
you can the way to get around this is if you can clearly block his field of vision, or just happen to know exactly the point that he is trying to look at and then put something there.
Mm.
Like
When
anything,
he
you can put like a piece of paper there and block it.
yeah, just get that shit there, bro, because of the touch, just get
Yeah,
it there.
he ain't blessed them.
um
And
Boy,
she's
that's
it's
sounding
she's
like Sasori already.
mm, at the same time, when he gets levels up a little bit, get into that second form, he has an ability that, well, not he has the same ability, but now he has about 50 different eyes.
oh, when you forget to mention that if he put the mark on your head, he have control of your entire body.
Ah, bang, 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 bang.
So like if
But
he catch your limb, he just got the limb. But if he gets the head, you fuck.
does that work with puppets though? Because I mean,
I don't think so. Them niggas is dead.
and they could still attach this
There's
nigga
no
fingers.
there's no living matter. The only thing his mark for his mark would have to go directly on the fucking
On
heart.
the top. But what Vaughn's saying is they connected by strings of chakra. So in
Right,
a sense, they still connected to Sasori.
right. So and even so, like he said, these niggas ain't
That's
living. So if you catch their head to their brain, which they don't have, then it
no.
should. And to be honest with you, all this nigga, if they use it to block his vision, once the story figure that out, all this nigga do is put like a wall of puppets over this nigga face, over this nigga, and I just drop the iron sign straight on him. It's just like so much different weak spots to
Um,
fucking that. What else does nigga
once
have?
he get in the state to have those 50 plus eyes, he then has a defense mechanism that allows him to hide like a turtle within this lower half of his body.
And how durable is that?
Um,
I feel like it might
do
be
you
durable enough to handle anything Sasori could throw at him.
do you
Really?
remember?
Wow.
Do you remember Byakuya's Bankai?
Oh yeah, he tanked that.
He
He tanked
fucking
Byakuya.
tanked that daddy.
Ooh, ooh,
Hagayoshi get tanked, bro.
ooh.
Zenbon Zakura is a sword. This man's sword broken into 1,000 minuscule pieces. The light reflected off of it is what's causing it to look like sakura petals. So it's supposed to just cut you repeatedly. As
He
he can
ducked that.
control it, and he duck out of it. He tanked it.
Boy,
His
I think Zommari's one of them scary niggas too. So I feel as though if he could tank that, I feel like nigga would literally just sit in that and don't do anything.
But like, so when
his
Zommari attached this tattoo onto it, does it have to be organic? Like, could it just be an inanimate object?
again, he's never been put in a position for us to actually know that said
Excellent.
information.
No, the nigga did he die against Byakuya?
Oh yeah, he
Okay,
did that.
so in other words, yeah, you was a nanu about to die, and you get all these inanimate objects around you, and you ain't use them. Yeah, it's safe to say he can't use
Oh
them.
no, he did. He did. You
He
remember?
did?
No, I sorry, my bad. He tried to. He only had 58 eyes, right?
Mm.
So he tried his best to control what was coming at him, but since he only had 58, he couldn't stop him. There was
So in other
millions of
words,
them.
we can replace the
So he
word
can't.
blades with puppets because you got 1,000 plus puppets from Sasori.
Okay, so he would
Yeah,
only
but
be able
see,
to stop
he was
50 puppets.
58.
58.
Yeah, 58
We
puppets.
got like
So his
942 more to deal with.
yeah.
Yeah.
So his weakness is that you can outnumber and overwhelm him. Once all his eyes have been used up, he's pretty much done.
I love these lineups. I ain't gonna lie. Like I
So
feel like I'm a writer now.
so pretty much on the his best bet is his defense. His best bet in
Yeah,
this fight. So
that
on
or if
offense,
he managed,
it ain't really happening.
And he
or
can,
if he
So
and he can control them
once he applies the tattoo
puppets.
on the object, one of the puppets, can he just straight up just destroy it?
he can make it kill itself, or destroy itself, or destroy its user. So he has that ability to
So
do
what if he
so.
was to
Once
turn those
again,
58 puppets back on Sasori? Granted,
Then
that
but
doesn't
then
really
That
improve his odds that
who
much.
would destroy him?
it doesn't. You were at this point now. You got to figure out whether or not you had a good puppet. If you manage to get one good puppet, you might be Gucci.
And
But
so if he
he
get
has 3 puppets that can handle that one. That's the thing.
how
Like
how is
off of
what happened?
just numbers. Off of
It's
just numbers. He had the
let's say
mother
it's
father puppet. He had his own puppet. He had
Sasori can control all these puppets all at the same time.
all at once.
Yeah, but pretty
With
much.
complete precision. That's why I'm saying like controlling a puppet ain't even a factor
But
in
hey,
this fight.
did Sasori have like a self-destruct bomb? No, he not a bomb in him.
I think he did. I
I feel like he
think,
did. And if so, could
His
Zommari
fight
come
might
the
have been
eye
could
thing.
accepted as a
Zommari,
thing, but
Zommari would have.
how I see this exchange happening. Zommari and him gonna meet up. Zommari might get an eye on him. Just giving examples. When he in that Heroku form or whatever it's called, the brown puppet he usually stays in when he first link up on you. Then he can bounce out of there and like, yeah, okay, cool. This was happening. This was going on. And I think from there on, he can start to dominate this guy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Does
Now
it
I'm
matter
just saying that
the
Zom-
like and it's like a puppet that can shoot like a big beam, like some lizard salamander looking puppet? Is that his puppet? Why am I mixing up puppet users?
You mean
I
the
think
you
you
mean the
mixing up.
scorpion-looking one?
Is it?
I think you're
Does he
thinking
have a
about Conqueror's puppet.
Yeah, that's
Never
Kankuro.
mind.
But
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what I'm about to say.
But hold on, the Sasori himself is a puppet, right? If he catch wind that this mark controlling a certain limb, I'm pretty sure he can't just detach that limb.
He can.
How quick can he shoot it? Because the whole thing is
It's coming
Sasori
pretty
isn't
quick,
going
bro.
to expose himself unless he's
Yeah, that's why I say like on the meetup, like the meetup.
inside the puppet while he controls the other puppet. So even
That's
if
what
you get this puppet,
so you saying he can
that's
start off inside the
crack it.
scorpion puppet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how
He's
he
gonna
always
definitely. He always is starving that. He even told
Literally, I
Sakura
was
like
starting
people
every fight.
usually don't
He
see
doesn't
this
come out.
form.
The only reason
Oh,
he even
okay.
come out was because Chio was bad. He had to take
Hmm.
it serious.
Okay, so you also there's also the fact that Zommari was gonna have to fight his all at his base form. He's still proficient in sword, proficient swordsman. So he's still got to be able to fight like that. He still got the hand-to-hand combat. So him rushing in to take it now and take out a couple of puppets is not going to be a problem for him. He also can make.
Couple of puppets.
I said I
He
like
can
I
make
said
up he can make up to 5 clones of himself. Not even
so
his
he.
odds that much.
It ain't. It's not. But you're gonna wear down the amount of puppets to enough for at least Sasori to
Okay,
take
let's
him
say
seriously. That's all
yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
guess.
show you.
And
Yeah, I feel the
possibly
Okay,
same.
so
expose himself.
Sasori would take him seriously, and then
Let's say he
goes
let's say he take 58 puppets and he busts out 5 clones. So it's 5 is so you say I mean let's say you give him the max amount of numbers that he could use against Sasori. You say he
the
could
numbers. When it gets to the numbers, it doesn't matter. That's not even a
that's what
discussion anymore.
that's what I
If he
said.
taking
To
it
the point
serious,
where Sasori
if he
could take
taking
it
it
seriously
serious,
and might end up exposing himself.
it's thousands of puppets. You know
Yeah,
what?
no,
I'm gonna
I
get a number so we can just have a definitive number to go off of.
I'm
yeah,
going to say that Sasori win this one strictly for the fact that Zommari, once he's used those 58 eyes, he is pretty much on in that state that he is in. He's pretty much useless. He will count once he transforms. He is completely dependent on the fact that he can
So
control somebody else.
he just get overwhelmed.
Straight up, that's his one weakness.
All right. Let's go to the next one then.
So
That would go to Sasori.
I'll go to Sasori.
all right,
All
cool.
right.
So I could live with that for sure. Because either which way, like you say, same thing with Yammy and Kisame, where it's just like, hey, you ain't bad. It's just yeah, matchup is like, yeah, bro, you can get fucked over.
All right. Next up, we got Kakuzu versus Grimmjow.
Kakuzu was the many heart nigga, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
the hairy dude.
He have 5, right?
He had 4.
4? Yeah, that's including is the one that just on his main one.
Yep.
How many elements can he use?
That's lightning, fire, and earth.
He had 1 for each style. He
Water.
had lightning
Or
release,
Stellar.
fire release, water, and earth.
Right. How fast was he?
He was pretty fucking fast. He was giving.
He's
He
keeping
made
up with
Kakashi use the
Kakashi too.
Sharingan. He made
Yeah.
Kakashi use the Rasengan. He's fast as fuck.
And he could
And he's
detach
fast with the
those
release of
parts.
each side. Yep, each
He
one
also
can come out and be an independent
Yep.
fighter.
he also could fucking use his hair to stitch back together like severed limbs and shit.
Yeah, he can do that for sure.
All right.
The
Grimmjow.
With the speed
destroy
factor
each
though,
heart.
I think Grimmjow has that speed factor though.
And it goes fast. Kakuzu fast, but Grimmjow is fucking fast.
Grimmjow is fast and tenacious. That nigga will not let that man have any breathing room to do anything at all.
Like
This is
Zero alone is nice. I like that too.
that man. Grimmjow is the type of person that he wants to rip you to shreds, literally, and he is aiming for the heart. That his main goal is to try to rip your heart out.
Right, all right. I feel
That
you
is
on that.
He might get
the approach to the fight.
he might get one. He might not know. He might not know about the rest.
He get
And
one and realize why you still alive.
If he take one out and he see you still alive,
Going again?
He's gonna like rip you to actual pieces until he figures out why
back
you still
together.
moving.
Until he find them 5 hearts. I mean them 4 hearts. He could stitch himself back
Now
together.
the hearts can be moved around, but
He
the
is
question
all,
if Kakuzu will be able to keep up with him.
he is also Grimmjow is also durable. He was able to tank a Getsuga Tensho to the arm and only get a scratch. This is equivalent to Naruto's base form Rasengan.
Okay.
I remember
Okay. Well, Kakuzu could tank a Rasengan.
He ain't tank nothing, but that nigga, wait, what he ain't tank none of, wait, he dead. That nigga died. He get hit with that Rasen Shuriken. He died from the Rasen. As I said, he ain't never catch him. He ain't never catch him with a Rasengan, or not from what I remember. I don't think that nigga
No,
get hit.
he never caught
He
him with
never
one
get
of
hit.
those.
With
He never
Rasengan.
catch him with it, but offer the power scaling.
You think?
Power
What you think?
scaling.
How much damage you think that would have do to Kakuzu?
If it didn't directly hit his heart, is what I'm saying. You have to hit his to damage him.
I agree.
You
If
have
it
to
hit his heart, if it did hit his heart, it was going to destroy it. I agree with that.
I think so too. I
And
think
that's
if
what I'm
the
saying.
Rasengan hit his heart, it would destroy.
Any technique that Kakuzu sees coming at him, he's going to move his heart, is what I'm saying. The move has to literally hit all of him at once for it to actually get to his heart. So a regular Rasengan, like running up to the nigga with this, once he sees that you're not hitting his heart, so all you're doing is wasting chakra, blowing a hole that he's gonna patch up.
No, but
And
let's
then
just
he's
say
gonna get
it
back
hits
to
the
the-
heart. Let's just say for whatever reason,
Yes.
weird
But
coincidence of events, it did. I think it would still destroy a heart.
Yeah, that's not debatable. It will be destroyed. The Rasengan is literally a ball of fuck everything up.
Okay,
that I
let's
touch.
say you do get hit with a Rasengan, not in the heart. How much damage you think that can do to his body?
To Kakuzu, none, because he literally auto heals.
So my
So,
thing is this too. Let's just say the
you think
hearts run
Kakuzu could
away.
tank or get two good tanks through?
But what I'm saying is, okay, watch this. If even the hearts run away from the body, right? Doesn't let's just say Grimmjow does that transformation thing where those missile things track whatever he wants it to track. They fast as shit too. I just get putting that out there as well. I still
the
feel as
elbow
though
shot?
Grimmjow, yeah, the elbow
Yeah.
shot, but it was follow. I still feel as though Grimmjow could still win this though.
No,
Just based off
I wholeheartedly believe Grimmjow win
I
this
think
fight,
I'm
but
Grimmjow as well.
it'd be a
I
good
think
fight.
Grimmjow-
we
It'd
were
be a good
no one
fight.
was arguing against the fact he was. We just trying to see
I'm
how the
telling
fight
you,
would
man,
play
we
out.
I just trying to
just
get
no, no.
pieces
flashing
together,
out,
but
man. That's
it's
all. We really
Grimmjow.
flashing it out.
No, I was just making sure because I know L on Grimmjow's side. I was making sure. I really wanted to put that out there. Like, hold on now.
I just is
This
making sure
sound
we
little-
considering everything these niggas could
Yeah,
do, you know?
definitely. That's why I wanted to make sure. Hold on now. Even if he gets away with the hearts and stuff like that,
That's what I saying. That's what I saying.
Fuck all of that. They can just go ahead and just use this elbow shot
And
shit.
and fire, water, and rock ain't doing nothing to Grimmjow. I'm so sorry. It's not affecting him at all.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
All right, so this bottle goes to Grimmjow. Ain't no reason to really to run on with that one.
Grimmjow is my dog, but
Kakuzu can extend and whip his way all
we're
and do
not,
whatever
not
he
at
feel
all.
like, but he just that ain't nothing happening,
It
bro.
ain't sufficient.
All right. Next matchup we got is Hidan versus Nnoitra.
Nnoitra or Nnoitra.
Oh shoot.
Nnoitra.
Nnoitra. All right.
Hidan
Um.
the Immortal versus Nnoitra.
All right. So he donned the undying Scytheman
Yeah, boy.
versus
with the
versus
auto kill.
this
With the auto kill.
with the auto kill.
The
You
Immortal
gotta,
Demon
you
with
gotta, you,
auto
you gotta cut. You gotta cut your first, man.
Hey,
Now,
listen, that ain't hard for him to do with this nigga.
this is a very interesting
That's true.
interesting
This is
lineup.
a in,
Okay.
this is an interesting matchup.
Give me some more
Actually,
information on you, boy, some before I
So
just run on.
other than the fact that this man is a straight up opportunist, right?
he's a
Yeah, I know.
scumbag.
He's a
He's
scumbag, ready for true.
straight
Real
up.
Orochimaru.
He has the highest durability of the entire Espada. Straight
Oh
up,
yeah, really?
he
the
got the
highest.
Nigga
the
got that hard.
highest.
He just skin
Kenpachi,
hard, tough skin.
Kenpachi Sarahi gone and sliced this man and it glide off and cause sparks, bro. Just like I talk about clothes,
Wow.
body, skin, and clothes,
Hold
just
on
sparks.
now. Hold
No,
on
no
now.
cut.
Did he use two hands?
No,
We ain't talking about two hands. We
he
talking
used one hand. That's listen.
Okay,
He
still,
used
still,
he
still.
used
No, no,
one hand.
no.
Just
Still,
answer your question.
still.
That's
That's impressive.
crazy. That's
That's
It
impressive.
still
is.
impressive.
No, it is.
But if it was two hands, that would have been an issue.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So to make
That would
this
have been a
easier,
whole
to make
other
this
thing.
easier in terms of how we can look at this now. So not to bring this into perspective, but I still want to hear this from you. Kenpachi versus Hidan. That is bringing this into perspective.
Kenpachi
How?
versus Zidane?
Yeah, if I'm bringing this into perspective now. So I
Could
don't. Never mind. Erase
Kim,
that. Erase that.
Kenpachi
Erase
two
that.
You
playing for
mind
I'm not even gonna go there
Chopping him in
because
half.
because
you
no, not
mind
even that
fuck
because
everybody just now.
yeah, don't worry about it no more because if he down can't cut him
At
because
all. At all.
when I said versus I talking about like in terms of strength. Of course, Kenpachi is stronger if compared to Hidan. So if he can't even cut him, then he
no.
can't do the ritual. So the
No,
ritual is out altogether.
ain't
Let's
no
Ritual is out
blood.
altogether.
Kenpachi has
That's
come
what I'm
into
saying.
a fight nerfing himself times two. Literally. He has an eye patch and he uses one hand. These are the two handicaps. You know what? This is not a Kenpachi fight.
At least,
Let's leave
yeah,
him.
yeah, okay, yeah. If you get it life. So it's safe to say that the ritual can be used at all.
No.
Are we gonna
In
This
say yay or nay on that?
this fight, yeah.
he ain't cutting him.
Damn. If he can't cut him, that's a wrap. In all
No, he
Honestly, I
honesty.
can't
don't
cut
think.
him. Getsuga Tensho didn't leave a scratch on Nomi.
Really? Wow. I mean,
Didn't leave a
I'm not surprised, but at the same time, like, wow, I didn't know he was that tanky.
That,
Yo, look at
so this quick
Hmm.
marks then before the fight goes to Nnoitra.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
That's fuck.
four.
That's
Quick marks.
fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's quick
it's,
marks.
Homie,
it's,
That's
homie
it's my boy
literally,
right out.
homie literally can't cut it.
All
I
right.
did.
so next up now we get into the big boys.
Yes, sir.
The main events. We
Yeah,
got
these are
up.
the nice ones, yeah.
We got up. Obito Uchiha versus Baraggan.
I'm Rule, yeah, buddy.
Two odds.
Yeah.
I had to.
But that's a spicy, y'all.
Two odds. I had
But
to.
Yeah.
Say spicy.
Tasty.
but
God,
if you watch Naruto, you know who Obito is. I shouldn't have to tell you that shit at all.
Should we still just run down?
we
But
do
run
right
him down.
now.
But run
We do
down.
right
Run him
now.
down.
Are we going to include Juby Obito?
Jubito, I don't. Should we? Should
No,
we?
I don't think so.
I think so. You know what? I think we should. Fuck it. He could do it.
Really?
Technically, that was a form of his. That was a
He could
form
do
that
it.
he
You
had.
know what I mean? He could do it,
Wasn't
bro.
that
So why
wasn't when
not?
he was part of the Akatsuki no more. That nigga was straight up out of the Akatsuki at this point. He was just on Madara's side. We're talking about Akatsuki
Okay,
This
Obito.
nigga
okay,
rock. He rocked
We're
the
okay,
Akatsuki
talking
robe up until that point, though.
he
Like
what
only because he
he
got himself a new
okay.
coat,
No,
he
no, no.
wasn't
Okay,
rocking that robe no more.
It's too
let's cut
much.
it
It's
right
too much
there.
prerequisites for him to get to that point. That's how he feels.
So right before
Mm.
Jubito, right before Jubito. So right
All
before
right,
that,
good.
up until then, when he was standing side by side with Madara, when they was trying to best the Ten
Yeah.
Tails,
Okay. Okay.
because up to that point he was still a Akatsuki.
Yes,
all right.
I agree.
All
Okay,
right,
so
let's give
give us
you
a breakdown of Baraggan.
Baraggan was an ex-god of Waco Mundo, aka
An
Hell.
ex-god.
He called
Yeah.
himself the God King of Waco Mundo.
God
So
His
King.
is that just
his
a title he gave himself, or was he actually a god?
no, he was king of he wasn't God. He was just king of Waco Mundo. He was not a god
Okay,
in
so
any sense of the word.
just a title. Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Just making sure.
His ability is age acceleration. That's
Mm-hmm.
the summary of it. He has at all times just invisible aura that allows him to just disintegrate anything that comes near him. Anything he touches will age and accelerate its time.
Yeah. It's like
He has a
it's like
miasma
invisible
that
shield.
he has a miasma that he can control, just like Gara controls San.
Mhm.
It's pretty quick, yo. And once
That
it touches
also yes.
one
That also
once
ages here.
yep, once that touches you,
Like yeah, bro.
you either you either get that piece of clothing off, you cut off that limb. This is like Amaterasu
Bro,
clicking on touching you.
fine.
That's
Bro,
just
if you
get
want
out.
to sum up his move in
It's
one
faster
word,
than
it's
Amaterasu.
called senescence. It's just a
Like,
process
thank you,
So
Stu.
right
of
now, it's like the
transmutation.
battle of the touches right now in regards to because
That need to
Obito
be
got
the
his
word of
shit
the
going on.
day. How you
Yeah,
spell that, man, Scoot?
wait, I get that to the end of the
You
stream, but senescence.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what.
You say Obito can touch and do what?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it's terms like the battle of the touches in terms of how Obito can go on this, use his Kamui, and he can do what he got to do, go to different dimensions or whatever. I'm asking you, how does this work now in regards to this matchup? Can
How
like
fast is Baraggan?
Himself
Um,
or the miasma?
give us
he
both answers?
he is fast enough to do the almighty villain go behind doot 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 thing that villains like to do.
Oh, you do that
Okay,
too, though.
so
No,
But
but it
by
is.
Obito has a Sharingan. You can put that out there. I don't know if
Obito has a
that's
Sharingan, but
But we talking
Obito
about
still
Anna
has.
Renigan. Because we talking about up to the end of the war, right? But he
hmm
had a Sharingan and a Renigan.
He's a
so.
tactician. He's the man is also quite smart. He is no dummy when it comes to battle. He is able in his 5 minutes in the field against the Soul Society. He was able to deduce what their plan is
So
and how to stop it.
before we continue with that particular part, that we giving all the props to him, which is not bad by the way. But let's hear more what Obito has to offer, so we could properly deduce this.
Oh, he also has a sight. He also has an axe that he can throw and call back at will.
Okay,
like fuck
Kratos.
Kratos.
I wondered.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Stormbreaker today. They
could he
good.
put put the miasma on the on
Yes.
axe? Wow, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh,
I
so
don't think Obito can get close to this nigga though.
that's what I'm saying. This
That's what it sound like.
because the issue here is like So Obito has a lot of long range techniques for sure.
All right.
Do they have? Can
Fire
this
Stallion Awaken.
miasma create like a defensive wall? Like can he block stuff like Gaara's sand with the miasma?
You don't have to because it is disintegrate before it even reach him. It is like the time it
Everything
accelerates.
that comes towards
Everything that
It's like a
fucking
dead, you know. Like,
everything
he's
that
like made of
exists.
bones.
Listen, bro. Everything that exists comes to an end at some point, right? He has accelerated so rapidly till it just is fucking disintegrated, stop existing. He's aged that quick. That's how
Was he-
fucking ridiculous it is.
And you cannot trap him in, like, you know how the Okages try to trap you, trap nigga in a big
Anything,
chakra door.
anything,
Yeah, no.
anything. Just put it like this: anything Obito make would be composed of chakra, which would be disintegrated because chakra could run out.
The only chance I see Obito having is if he could get Baraggan to somehow to get hit by his own move.
He would have to
That's
come
that's
away.
exactly
He had to
correct.
come away his flicking miasma into his body. How he do that?
Because he don't have
I ain't saying I know how,
At
but
this
I'm
point-
saying that's the
At
only
this
way
point,
Obito can beat this nigga. Because if he
At
can
this
find
point,
some way,
Obito only have the one Sharingan though, so he only can teleport his body.
Yeah, he only could do
Because
things
he
that
have the
he's
other
physically
one.
touching.
Right,
All right.
right.
He can't. So he could. No, he can't even take the stuff away unless it's already
No,
touching him.
right.
So, hold on, let me ask this question. I just want to know this, by the way. I'm not trying to get any advantages. I just want to know this. Could Obito use his Kamui, pull this nigga into the next dimension and just like leave him
He'd
there?
have
I
to
just
touch him
curious.
to pull him. He'd have
Oh
to
my
touch
god,
him.
if he get to touch the nigga, oh god. What are we touching with his Hashirama arm? With them the cells.
You have to touch him. You have to touch him.
He said,
I mean, he could almost sacrifice that arm.
He
but
has
to
to
know,
touch
he have
him.
to listen, but he
Wait,
also have to know
what
that
he's saying
that shit
is,
just. I know what he's saying. He
his
have the
arm
thing
ain't gonna
quick.
make it through the barrier.
Right, right. That shit that I don't care who sales he got on him, bro.
Oh
Obito
Okay.
will survive, but he ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
no.
He might survive for a
He might-
while, but he ain't gonna win. He ain't
He
gonna
can
do
say
that.
he can say fuck it, bro, and ain't cool.
Yeah.
He could jump back in that next dimension and he could just let the rest of them. Obito ain't.
Honestly,
Obito-
this is the only way I could probably almost see a draw out of all of these, just based on the fact that Obito be like, yeah, I can't win. I just can fucking, yeah. Almost, but I'm not saying it's the only way I can almost see a draw.
No, I
I'm
was
not
about to
saying
say
it's
so.
gonna be a draw. I mean, I got Dev.
Not
is-
even a draw. He lost by retreat.
Yeah, so we can still just give it to your boy.
That's
just
why
said-
I was saying. That's why I was saying we possibly put in Jubito, just to give it a more of a
Even
zest. but-
Jubito, all of the stuff was chakra.
True,
based.
yes, that's true. But no, you gotta remember, you have them
those balls,
them
the
black
balls,
broad
them-
shits.
yeah, the
He
black
make a
rod
whole.
shit.
Remember that big ass spiral sword he make out of the black. I don't know if it can. I
That
don't
would
know,
end.
dog. I just
Yeah.
try and like
The truth-seeking orbs
I fuck
technically
with
aren't.
Obito. You see,
The truth-seeking orbs technically aren't like real, like regular matter, so they don't age. So that may be something that could penetrate
that's true.
because they made
You
out
sure
of
they don't age?
they made out of the senjutsu. That's like the nature chakra. Now
He could that can run out. That can age. That
Yeah.
he can age the fuck out that.
Like an age back to when
Yeah,
what's your boy
fuck
name
with
now? When
Age.
Hokugaramu name the same way, it can age back. Where the fuck that nigga name?
Obito,
I know.
and Obito is a Uchiha too.
Yeah,
He ain't got
What
like
happened?
huh?
What you just said?
He's a Uchiha, right?
Yeah.
He ain't got a Susanoo.
No, Lord,
nah.
no boy. Go see.
He ain't make it. He ain't make it to no Susanoo.
So I gave it to Kakashi.
Yeah, somehow.
So he had a Susanoo, but he never get to use it. So they let Kakashi use it instead.
Yeah, boy. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
That
Alright,
Susanoo that Susanoo come out of nowhere, straight out the crack of their ass.
Yeah, boy. Don't worry about that. But so yeah, I guess we give him Baraggan this one. Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I didn't know nigga was that bad. I only used
Yeah,
to watch
boy.
the fight
Yeah,
scene,
he
but
pretty nasty,
like
but he
That's
me
did
as a
he
kid,
was he defeated in the show?
Okay,
Yes.
okay. They had to trap him in a box that was so strong, and then shoot him with a Bankai missile. And then because it was such an enclosed space, he didn't have time to actually do none to
Yeah, he couldn't
age,
erase
accelerate,
everything
and die. He couldn't do it in time
because of the size of the explosion. You see, they used the box for
to
him to
condense.
use to contain a little time it
yeah.
take to fucking disintegrate the box, trap the explosion in there so they
Wait,
contain it, and he end up getting hit with his own fucking
my
miasma.
my memory of the show pretty fuzzy, but now that they're coming back and we talking about it, I know when he showed up, he fucked shit up. Like I was
He
a
yeah,
did.
kid
but
and I was watching it.
fat boy get
I ain't
run
even in the
ragged.
universe.
Terrorized him, nigga.
See when this
Holy,
nigga show
Fat
up, I
boy
say,
was
but
sweating, mate.
I
He
check
was
my
Fat
fighting
boy
man's
was
mic
Hachi,
right
bro.
sweating, mate.
because I say, good
He,
lord.
he's fighting Hachi. Remember, he's fighting Hachi. Hachi ain't had no time to
They
fucking
had to
listen.
gang him, mate. They
He was
had to
getting
gang
on
this nigga.
bad when he was doing
They
all
had
the
to gang
sign
him.
language.
Yeah,
They had to
They
gang
had
him.
to
They straight up gang him, bro.
he's a
they
menace.
Yeah, but
did.
they had to.
A menace.
Okay,
All right.
all right. So Claire went off for Baraggan there. Sorry, Obito, but that nigga just like he's
Yeah,
written to
babe.
it.
I
Next
kind
up,
of wanted Obito to win today. I ain't gonna lie. Everything cool. It's understandable.
Me
It
too,
had, it
right?
had
But
to.
I kind of see it wasn't happening.
Yeah. So next
we got
episode.
Nagato versus Coyote Stark.
Oh fuck.
My lord, this one is
See
going to be.
now, hold on. This nigga have any? I just right off the bat, I want to know: does Nagato have any type of grand defense?
Almighty
Almighty push.
I'm gonna push. Yep.
Okay, great,
Almighty
great.
push can be used every
He
five
can need that.
seconds.
intervals.
5 second intervals. I fucking forget with that. See, I know, buddy. This nigga
It,
fasting, man.
it's not enough. It lasts
He
about five
fast,
seconds.
mate.
It
He
lasts
fucking
about five.
fast, bro. Man,
All
nah,
right, all right.
Yeah.
Earlier,
this
I
nigga,
started talk. Earlier, I
he
started
lining you
talking
up,
about
babe.
what he can do. But let me give you all a brief little to do about what this man can really throw out at
Mhm,
people.
mhm.
The man has spirit wolves. The spirit wolves are basically an extension of his own body, his own soul. They can appear out of cracks. They can appear behind him, wherever he so pleases. They can
Oh
appear
lord.
from.
Can he run out? Quick question.
He cannot run out. He can use them
Okay.
indefinitely. And just
Okay.
like his
Nigga,
Cero that he can shoot infinitely. His pistols that his shots that he can shoot, they are
You
infinite.
say they can appear with a crack. They can appear with any crack?
I don't know about butt cracks, but I
Oh
can know
god.
I have
I
seen that they have
Oh
that if there is a
god.
tear in your pants, that he has spawned the wolf out of the tear in somebody's clothing.
yeah, in your pants.
That's fucked up.
He
Clothes in your clothes.
he can also bust a cool barrel and create a spirit sword which he can use if he does not feel like using his pistols anymore. Or
I
should you
never
have
even know
destroyed
that.
them?
So he had dual pistols. Jesus.
You can make
Okay,
it.
we ain't gotta slap up here. As powerful as this nigga's OP.
Yeah, wait. Let's just tap into dual pistols right quick, right? Because they ridiculous. So I believe it's what the left one is shoot repeatedly
Mm-hmm.
faster but not as powerful shots, and the right one is shoot slower but like huge beams of spiritual power. And it also have the right pistol could also shoot. Like listen to this shit, bro. He could
Again.
fire. This nigga could fire 1,000 projectiles at the same time, bro. Like I ain't talking one after the next, bro. I'm talking simultaneously, all at the same time. That's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Spirit
And
shotgun.
of
To the
course,
max.
yeah, really,
To the
that's exactly the
Did
max.
someone
push.
say that the
Yeah.
wolves can bite you and
Times
detonate? Was that
100,000.
I
mentioned?
did. I
Yeah,
did.
this bite you and detonate.
This
So the
niggas.
mighty push wouldn't make sense, of course, in this case.
You just get overwhelmed, bro.
Yeah,
Even if you can
summoning.
summon the
Yeah,
nine.
Dash. They wow.
He
He
got a
was
bunch of
fast.
animals he could sacrifice, man.
Bro, it took this man 3 episodes just to get hit once, and he was fighting 2 captains.
Oh
But
yeah, he
Let me tell
was.
you, but he
Yeah, he was.
fast, man. He fast, man.
So
Never got
what?
touched.
What? I'm not saying I didn't see this
But he was
start to win,
styly
but
too
what
with them pistols,
Nagato
He
bro.
used.
was.
What?
They used to put them back in, reload them, like watch it now. You go right
Say
there. Yeah.
reload. Say reload.
What other moves could Nagato use to at least touch Stark?
That's it.
He would
I
have
know, bro.
he have to use Almighty Pull and Almighty Push. He would have to distract that nigga with pain dolls, and he basically had to apply a certain amount of pressure.
he dispatched the pain dolls immediately, though.
He would.
Real talk.
I'm just trying to put up a fight for Nagato, but he really
Yeah,
does.
niggas like I trying to help y'all
Most.
niggas out right
Yep.
now.
Let's say okay.
No,
So
like,
what?
but
The
like,
only thing I
see,
thinking about, he had a chakra cannon in his arm. If he was
He
to
did.
line a direct hit with that chakra cannon, let's just say he line him up and line a direct hit. Would that be
he's
enough to
not
kill him? You
going to.
think?
The cannon ain't
No,
faster. The cannon ain't
Yeah,
fast.
it still have to charge little piece. He'd have to.
And I just
So in all
remember
honesty,
this
his
nigga.
best move.
This nigga is anticipate your movements as well. That's how come he's lining you
yeah.
up so good. He's already know where you
Nagato
can
can't
dodge,
fly. None of these
and he
things can
can't fly.
fly.
He Lewis. So that one go to that's a
Nagato could
wrap, mate.
fly, man.
That's a wrap,
Nagato could
mate.
Okay.
fly, very good.
Nagato
I think
cannot
I think
fly, bro.
Nagato can
Stark
summon a
win.
flying
Stark
creature, but
win
he
that
can't.
one. Stark
He
win that one
can, you
regardless.
know. And anyway, didn't one of the pain dolls fly? I'll use like I don't know.
Ain't none of them can
Give
fly.
it to you.
Ain't none of them can
No,
fly.
not a
Ain't none of
single
them
one
can
of them can
fly.
fly.
Yeah, my bad. Don't worry
You
about
can
it.
imagine
Give it to
that
me.
man can stand in
Yeah,
the
what?
sky and shoot them 1,000 shots, and
But
that.
flying ain't gonna
Yeah.
help him, so don't worry about it.
Right.
That's
I say
it,
I
man.
same, bro.
give.
That's a wash. You get washed. You get
All right,
washed.
that's
All right,
finished, eh?
You get
that
washed.
Itachi.
one goes clearly to Coyote Stark.
Nah, this one here, I'm not 100% sure about.
This
You
one,
I don't know.
ain't 100% sure on this
This is the
nigga?
last one. No,
the
I'm not. I'm not.
penultimate, we have
He's too
Itachi
cool.
versus Ulquiorra Cipher.
No, I gotta light up for this.
Now, give us a rundown of Ulquiorra and his abilities.
Jeez.
Hey.
Then the second smartness in the Akatsuki. Sorry, my bad. And the Espada. the the man
The only person
was
smarter
not
than Ulquiorra
only
is who?
the Ogi,
The only person smarter than Ulquiorra is who?
Stark.
Okay.
And Stark, and if you just want to put it out there, is Aizen, but that don't really count.
I was about to say.
You did.
Ulquiorra was able to not only tank, but one-handedly deflect Ichigo's hollow Black Tetsuga Tensho.
Oh, I see why you started to talk about this in terms of you ain't sure. Okay, I forgot about that. I remember clearly now.
How
The
powerful
man,
is
the
that?
man did this.
Give me a
The
scale
man,
on how powerful that is.
They're stronger than a Rasa and Shuriken, or about the same?
is that Naruto's ace in the hole when shit hits the fan?
No.
Yes, that is that. If shit hits the fan, Naruto don't
You
use
can
the
Compare
you
it
can
to a
never.
tail beast ball.
That's what I was
compared to
about to
tail
say.
beast. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
It is not a tail beast bomb. That's equivalent to Naruto's shuriken.
So
That's
it's a Rasa and Shuriken
Okay,
level.
it's on par with a Rasen Shuriken. Okay, so it's generally thought that okay, when this
you
come
should.
out, whatever it's touch getting fuck up.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
supposed to die for this.
And one hand it deflected that.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of
Okay.
there.
Would
He
Amaterasu work?
would Amaterasu work against him?
Yeah.
He can cut off his hand and then instantly regenerate it.
That I mean,
But
he don't have to burn
he
his
can only
hand.
regenerate. He can only regenerate limbs though, no vital
Right,
organs.
right. So what if it gets his torso? What happens then? He just keep
But
burning or what?
he probably
Hold on,
fast
my
enough.
bad. He has regenerated from just a torso. Remember, he did. He regenerated
That's
his
the
entire.
torso though. What if he get headshot with the Amaterasu? But I
Then
saying
he's not. He's
he
not gonna get. You have to look at a person to get Amaterasu on him, or do you have to actually hit the person with the Amaterasu?
depend on the amount of flames, but he could boss a quick one and he could look directly at him and line him up with it. He don't good if he moving with it, it just take a while to line up with his sight. But if it's a
Yeah,
straight
look, it's
line of
me so
sight,
hard just now. That was like bullshit.
yep, I
I,
telling you.
are you trying to line? I understand
I
it, but
don't
he's trying to
understand.
line up.
Ulquiorra is so fucking quick though.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I'm.
say. Yo,
This nigga
you
got
nigga,
so
you ain't
much
even give me a
speed.
chance. You ain't hear me before you even start all this. I saying the nigga might just be fast enough to dodge it out completely
Yeah,
in the first
Ulquiorra is
place.
just is too quick for life. Boy.
So what if let's just say Itachi was the Golden Susano form or whatever, right? And then he put up like the Amaterasu like on his sword, like on the Totsuka blade or the shield itself.
Okay, so we
Hitting
could
up
we
that level of manipulation at Amaterasu.
Or like
based
compared
off
to Sasuke, it's like okay, yeah.
Sasuke
based
is the only
off
one who could
our
manipulate
understanding
it.
of Itachi, based off our understanding of Itachi, his fighting style and how he approaches things. This fight is gonna start off with him putting Ulquiorra in a mild genjutsu. He's not gonna do anything blatant, but
Mhm.
he's going to want to feel for what Ulquiorra is capable of. So Ulquiorra
With
won't know. I don't think he'll know immediately. I feel like he'll pick up on things being kind of off, but the same way the Sasuke Itachi fight started off, it was like mild genjutsu to mild genjutsu to mild genjutsu, and then it goes like, okay, let's fight. That's how this fight would begin. It's gonna start off with a mild genjutsu, and Itachi is gonna prod him to see what he's capable of, or at least get a gauge for his abilities. Now, what do you think his initial attack would be if Itachi put him in a genjutsu where there's something similar to, he wouldn't put him in the Tsukiyomi like he did with Kashi, I don't think, right away at least. He would try something mild. He'd probably put like a bunch of clones around him and try to assess his fighting ability. Now, what do you think Ulquiorra's first move would be if he thinks he's surrounded by an enemy that he isn't
something
familiar
big.
with?
Something big.
Ulquiorra can summon a bunch of spirit javelins that he can then throw at will. So he
Okay,
can just
so he
throw.
dispatches clones quick.
I feel like the just the destructive power of Ulquiorra attacks though.
Yeah,
He gonna have trouble getting away from that. Even if he in a genjutsu and he fucking pointed, a couple of feet to the left or the right, you gotta be on behind this nigga or something. And how long he can last under this genjutsu. And from Itachi, see the first attack, he already know I can huff to kill this nigga. So what he can do then? That ain't gonna give away that this nigga in a genjutsu. How he can kill this nigga? Because if he ain't getting Rasa and Shurikens, what the fuck?
Mm. So
Yeah,
he
but he
have
probably, he probably have to seal him with that Totsuka blade. That'd be his best bet.
He can have to use that Susanoo right off the gate. He can just to stay alive for a little longer.
Fire style ain't working.
But
Amaterasu was it ain't
And
working.
I feel like if Okio just keep pounding him with blowers paws, he could run out of chakra of that Susanoo and he ain't gonna hold out. How he can kill him before he
Ulquiorra
how
is
he
not.
be
Ulquiorra can't
gone.
even make it to second form. Ulquiorra don't need second form to kill Itachi.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
like the Totsuka blade in the Susanoo form, that shit can be dodged.
Hmm.
Like if you got some speed and you could fly, the Susanoo ain't really that much of.
Yeah, and they got and Ulquiorra the power to go through that. Dude. You seen niggas before run
Yeah, it's
through a
hard.
fucking Susan. Not even that is not even a complete version of it.
Niggas made it
Not
look
even a
like
complete
jello.
and
boy.
that
Yeah, not even a
Yeah,
perfect Susanoo.
Oh yeah,
that ain't
You got
this
perfect.
nigga
That's
even
a regular
that's
boy.
true.
That's what.
Donzo crack your boy what own and the nigga could put a whole crack in his spine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with wind style.
Yeah,
And
shit.
He's a
That,
cool,
remember
he's a
them
cool nigga.
javelins too. Them javelins nasty, boy.
and
Hmm.
they are.
okay,
It's
so
crazy
this
that
on
He has,
everybody
and
has
he
it.
technically also has the equivalent to just of a genjutsu, but the genjutsu is just throwing people off. He can take out his eye, crush it, and then the particles of that eye will then send his sight and feelings towards that person.
Wow.
So basically, you can just
I
throw
think
you
that would
in.
be his response to Itachi's Genjutsu.
Oh, you want to use genjutsu? You want to put mind games? Say yeah, fucking.
Yes, I got them too.
Like I
I
say,
got him.
eye particles.
Okay. All right. So
Optometrists.
Ulquiorra win.
I think Ulquiorra win, way.
Ulquiorra win. It's no debate. And now that we've wrapped up all 9, I'll put down the results, and we can see how really one-sided this actually is. So we have 3 wins for the Akatsuki to 6 wins for the Espada.
Yeah.
We have Sasori winning his fight with Zommari, Deidara winning his fight with Arruruerie, and Konan winning her fight with Szayel.
The low tier people actually had the
Real
best
talk, they
match.
pulled through.
Yeah, and even on top of that,
They the
if you just
scummiest man.
right,
That's
right,
all I'm
and guess
saying.
what's so fucked up is if you're looking at it for a more concisive win, you saying even though it's 6 versus 3, if those 6 come after any of those 3, if one of them niggas come after any of those 3, they dead.
That's it.
It's
That's
over.
it.
Right, right.
That's it.
So
Wrap.
Right. I mean, now that
that's
we
finna.
put that into perspective too, it's like when it comes to the Espada, the difference in power is like much greater than compared to the
Right.
Akatsuki. At least that's how I feel. Like if you
Right.
put them
That's
all the
why.
Akatsuki members up against each other and then put their power levels, the difference between each one wouldn't be as big as compared to one within in the Espada.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said earlier, like with the Akatsuki, you know who the top 3 is, and anyone after that is like, you kind of replaceable.
Right.
Mhm.
But
But
I did enjoy the conversation though in terms of so I love both animes. I
it
definitely yeah.
enlightened me on the Bleach
Yes,
side,
yeah, definitely, yeah.
because
Same here.
that is ridiculous. I
Yeah, I mean,
understand now. Like for a ridiculous protagonist, you have to have ridiculous villains.
No,
It only
no,
makes
but
sense.
it's in the reverse, Leroy, because it's a ridiculous antagonist, and they have to buff the protagonist so you can beat him.
right.
Mm,
That's why Ichigo
uh,
always seems to be able to pull the power
That's
out
why he
the
can do
ass
everything.
right when he needs it, because the enemies in Bleach so fucking ridiculous. And that's why what pissed me off with Bleach is like, man, this nigga always got the fucking convenient powers,
Bro,
but
I can guarantee you if this nigga in the alleyway and he use everything he have, his Quincy powers, his this, his that, and this nigga fucking like I said, a deep alleyway, and running right there is a garbage can. And this nigga have a fucking click in there. This nigga become a Bahamian to fucking fight somebody, bro. I can guarantee you that, bro. This nigga don't
but
stop, bro.
but yeah, like now
That
for
great
the
nigga,
audience,
Like
now
I
you
yeah,
know
said,
nigga,
why
know
he's
he got
watching.
Bahamian.
family in the Bahamas. He got family in I just say.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you know why
We-
Ichigo is part hollow, part Quincy, part human, part God, part
And whole
Jesus,
convenient.
part Moses.
That's that nigga
uh,
is.
Like now you know.
It's a lot. It's all for the
Like
greater
man,
Just
good,
imagine
though.
him pick up a collect right now and say Bankai.
when Ichigo meet Ulquiorra,
fun
like
guy, right?
turn into two collect.
uh,
That's a party. He can say, is this a party or what?
The
You
body
start
of
freaking
what?
right
he's
out.
using Roach My
Uh,
Breading. Using Roach My
I
Breading.
telling
Yeah,
you,
boy.
start stepping kid on board.
Are you
Nigga be
sure you catching on
Ichigo be
grab?
part Bahamian, part Haitian, part Jamaican.
He's everything, bro.
Everything. That nigga's a melting
When
pot.
he
You know, early.
when he
Yeah,
need to be.
But
But
when he
I
needs to
honestly
be.
Bahamian.
thought I knew it was gonna be I knew that Bleach was gonna win. Or I had a good feeling for it. But definitely I didn't know it was gonna be this bad.
I didn't. I had no clue. I had no clue.
Yeah, but like,
I didn't think it's gonna be this bad.
They get
Yeah.
marsh.
At least they look cool doing it though, because they look cool, right?
Yeah, all of these fights would be enjoyable to see. Well, the majority of the fights are enjoyable to see, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's just grossly one-sided. It anyway.
Jesus.
I'm
At the end
glad
of-
we had the conversation. Nonetheless, I'm sure many like me who didn't find any way to actually sit down and watch through Bleach would have entered this discussion or have entered these discussions saying no, but Akatsuki washing them niggas, and I have been learned they are not washing, they are indeed getting washed. It's just one-sided. It's ridiculous. That's not even their top. That's not even their top. Even if putting it in perspective
talk.
now, like fuck, Ring Madara, that nigga getting washed too. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Straight up, bro.
like, this ain't
Yeah, you
ain't
get
fair.
washed.
This ain't
But-
fair.
Aizen can't die. Aizen
Hey.
can't die.
You wanna see Dan Blockhead just grinning, chuckling.
Nobody, you won't see him leaning back, nigga. Put his hood up, nigga.
So
Look at that
Fucking
big
nigga
smile.
say,
Big
"Fuck me
awesome
down."
smile.
Yeah.
Look at that.
peasants.
Boy, you was a
Boy,
scummy
go
nigga.
Boy.
He's a good one, like a.
Yeah, boy.
Hey,
He's a
what do you
scummy
want?
dog.
He's the ex-God king. That's what he is. He gave himself his own title, ex-God king. Whatever the fuck he was running with earlier. Yeah, he feels
So you
good.
give your boy your own title.
Change your name though. What your boy last name is? Kurosaki.
Yeah, boy.
Ichigo Kurosaki. But I think I ain't gonna lie, but they in all honesty they did.
Cut that noise.
They
Cut that
got,
noise.
in all honesty,
family
they
name don't
did
mean
run
nothing.
out with the amount of forms that they
Oh
gave
yeah,
this man.
I like that. I approve that.
The Bleach went from they gave him a Soul Reaper title. They then gave him the hollow inside, the hollow that was supposed to be his Zanpakuto. They gave him Quincy powers because, well, apparently he was that from birth. And they took away all his powers. They said that you're not allowed to have spiritual power at all. Then found a way to bring back his
Niggas
spiritual
tell
power. Because
No. Emphasize that when they took it away,
they
they
just
emphasized there's
that
no way
you
for
can
you
never
to
get it back. You can't get it back.
they straight
They
up
tell him,
And then at the
well,
very
like
end, they
like they
said,
tell him, like,
"Buddy,
bro, if you do
take
this,
it
you could be a regular nigga, bro. Like you could be a regular dude, and
They say,
nothing
nah.
can ever change that. And
It
then they
should stop right there. It should
They
stop
tried
right
to
and
there.
they
give
change it.
they tried to give him something else. They bring in this full bring and tried to replace it. It was still a weaker form of a Soul Reaper, but they still try to give him some significance.
That looks shitty too, but I ain't gonna lie.
It did look really bad, and then they tried to combine it with the Soul Reaper. Anyway, the point is,
Garbage.
they gave him a lot of forms. They gave him a lot of plot armor because on several occasions, this man was either supposed to be dead or just straight up, just you weren't supposed to win this battle. Like, how are you still here?
Yeah, boy.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, garbage. So in conclusion,
Still love my
guys.
show, bro. Still love my show, bro.
Look here.
Look here.
Joker, look here. I can't say that comment. I get it right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hold on to that one. Hold on to that
disgusting."
Yeah. Boy, Crash, you smart.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, I guess we can wrap it up right now. We don't have to do any more matchups because
Oh, you got it.
that's a
Yeah,
wash.
Yeah, babe.
That's a wash. We don't have to do any more matchups.
Yeah, that finished.
But
That finished.
we can wrap this one up right there. That concludes it. That's the answer to the question. The Akatsuki versus Espada. The answer is the fucking Espada. It just is, and that's what it always
Simple
be.
and plain.
But thank you all for sitting down, listening to us run on with this grossly one-sided fight. If of you are Bleach fans watching this right now, y'all probably saw this video, boy. I already know this could be a. Well, I didn't. I know. Congratulations. Your show
Yeah, I
is
know
poorly
now
written.
too.
I didn't know, but
Whatever.
I just had some, just a little bit of hope, dog. But
Same.
I didn't know deep down. I didn't know. After I see these assholes, I was like, yeah, man.
Anyway, nonetheless, we already reiterated everything we needed to. The likes, comment, subscribe, share, and make sure you come back for the next episode of Boy Listen Here. Entertainment. We can link.